different perspective, I thought that I
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hey, Ernie Johnson here, and I'm joined by Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. Welcome to the NBA on 2K Sports. And in our matchup tonight, we'll see the Boston Celtics going up against the Cleveland Cavaliers and Shaquille O'Neal. For the Cavaliers, the NBA on 2K one thing we know, they feel they match up well in this contest. It's obviously an opponent they're confident going up against. We won't have to wait long to see if that confidence is well-founded. And a lot of stars on display every night in the NBA, but tonight we're going to be focusing on Blake Griffin. Guys, we see more and more forwards acting as a playmaker.
Tell him sit down. Be humble. 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 Sit down.
Hello and welcome, everyone. Thanks so much for joining us on this Tuesday night edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. With David Aldridge on our sideline, and here with me, Greg Anthony and Steve Smith, this is Kevin Harlan. We're live from Boston. It's the home of the Celtics. And as things get ready to roll, let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's on the sideline. David?
Thank you, Kevin. Now, Jimmy Butler survived a tough upbringing in Tomball, Texas. He said that's all anybody ever wanted to talk about. But I don't want that to define me. If I'm stuck in the past, then I won't get any better. I won't change. I'll get stuck as that kid. That's not who I am. I'm a great basketball player because of my work. Guys?
Thanks, David. You can tell Butler has a good head on his shoulders, an elite talent in this league because of the hard work he puts in.
And the Celtics gave up 4 players to get 1 in Kyrie Irving, but they already had so much depth. They could afford to sacrifice a bit for a superstar just entering his prime.
All right, ready to go? Ready to go?
And it's the Cavaliers to start out. Look at Cleveland's starting group. They've got Nikola Jokic. Thompson is out there with Paul. Then it's LeBron James. And it's Aldridge in at the 4-man position. Now here is Aldridge. The dish to LeBron. The baseline J. Nice spin off the left rim and in. James has got the first points up on the board tonight here for Cleveland.
And really for the Celtics, just a wealth of assets, but in reality, only so much playing time to go around. Sooner or later, you knew they'd make a move, and I think they got the best player in the trade.
Here's James, following the basket by Anthony Davis. Jokic a screen. Lets the 3 fly. Good, and the assist goes to LeBron. Jokic has got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Davis with a screen on Aldridge. Shot off the screen, and it's good. 2 points.
You know, it's hard enough to defend Kyrie in isolation. Throw in a few screens. Good luck.
Paul dishes to James. Score the basket, his second of 2 attempts.
Heating up early on. This is exactly how he wanted to start the night.
Well, he has the ability to get you off on the right foot. Now it's just about sustaining it.
Irving, good.
Look, this is how you draw it up coming out of the locker room. 3 of 3 so far.
LeBron against Antetokounmpo. Jokic sets the screen for LeBron. Off the screen. The rebound by the Celtics.
And you're just not going to see him do that very often. Usually when he rises up, there's a guarantee it's going down. Oh, what a pass. And then he lays it in with the circus move.
So smooth. Paul kicks to LeBron. The screen from Thompson. Back to Paul for 3. Rebound, Giannis Antetokounmpo.
and you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
So the whistle blows on the shot, and 2 free throws for the contact right there. Greg, from his one-and-done season at Kentucky, leading college basketball in block shots, we knew Anthony Davis could dominate defensively, but did you have any idea he'd be this good offensively?
None. I mean, with his length and athleticism, you knew he'd have an impact as a finisher. But the way his shooting has developed, it has been remarkable. Now, granted, this was a guy that at one point was recruited to play point guard coming out of high school, but he's playing more like a shooting guard with his skill set.
First one falls for him.
Well, last season, LeBron very outspoken, saying the Cavs were too top-heavy. The Irving trade has brought them some much-needed depth.
And so Anthony Davis nails both of them.
And you talk about the depth for the Cavs. Crucial when facing a team like the Golden State Warriors. If everything comes together, I think there's a chance their trade with Boston might give them a better shot at winning it all.
Now here's Paul. Aldridge sets up the pick now for Paul. And another miss by Cleveland.
Yeah, you love the solid screen, but what you hate is just the inability to finish.
You can see he's frustrated with that one. Knows it's up to him to make that play.
Jokic against Davis. Drummond a screen, just 5 on the clock. And there's the call on James. That's his first foul.
Yeah, that's a tough call right there, and really a tough break for the D.
On defense, Cleveland. They trail by 3. Here's Harden, and there's the whistle on the shot. Took the foul, shot misses. He'll be shooting 2. And Cleveland gets called for the foul.
Remember, back in 2012, James Harden was the 6th man of the year. Now, he's every bit the franchise player.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That free throw, no good.
And the Celtics leadership, very pragmatic. IT and Crowder both beloved in Boston, but they didn't hesitate to move them to get better and younger at the same time.
He hits the second from the line.
And thinking about the Celtics' choice to get younger, perhaps a strategic move in response to the super team in Golden State, they want to construct their team to peak in a few years when the Warriors start to show a little chink in the armor moving forward.
And credit Kyrie, tremendous vision. Finds the open man.
The Cavaliers trail by 6. Aldridge with a screen on Antetokounmpo. Paul for 3. Paul missing again.
Yeah, not a great shot there, especially when you got a lockdown defender guarding.
You know, there's no shame in passing out in that situation. Leave your ego at the door.
Now here's Antetokounmpo. Lock at 6. Irving from long range. That's in, and he's now 3 for 3 and looking sharp.
And how about the start they've gotten off to? They haven't missed once. They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Paul passes to James. Paul kicks to Jokic, and so the ball out of bounds. Davis touched it last.
And how about the reaction time on D there? Almost comes up with the pick.
You know, these are the little plays that can add up when you look over the course of a game.
A shot by Paul, nobody around. And a great assist by Aldridge as that one goes in.
Well, he's so efficient with the mid-range jumper. Few point guards have done it as well as Chris Paul.
Irving dishes to Harden. Davis with a screen on Thompson. Drummond a screen. Harden kicks to Irving. And again, Boston with the triple.
Defensively, giving up far too many open rhythm looks.
The Cavaliers trail by 10, so timeout called here, the first for Cleveland. Well, across the board last season, James Harden, Greg, saw his numbers jump through the roof, but he showed improvement both in his defensive engagement as well as his rebounding. Not something that a lot of us saw coming.
Yeah, that's a good point. And with Harden, I think the rebounding is the really surprising number. Went from being an average rebounding guard to a great one the last few seasons. He's been showing more of a dedication to all aspects of the game.
And here is Paul, following the three-pointer by Kyrie Irving. Over Irving, and that one goes long.
You know, a little off his game this quarter. Still trying to find a rhythm, though.
Good for the 5th time in 5 shots. He remains perfect.
We will talk about feed the hot hand. That's what they're doing this quarter, which is why they've been able to maintain momentum.
Paul against Irving. Paul outside. 6 to shoot. Over Irving. Paul can't get that one to fall.
Right thing there to stay that tight on him and really try to keep him out of his comfort zone.
There's a good screen. Drummond the screen. Fires the 3. And it's Irving missing.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Paul kicks to Jokic.
And a Kyrie's trade demand over the summer, a reflection of his trade relationship with LeBron. James, with a forceful personality, it seems that may have grated on Irving.
Free throw, good. Jokic. He's perfect from the line this time.
This is where he feels 100% comfortable taking all the free points he can get. Already his second foul here in the first makes it a tough decision whether to leave him in or not.
Isaiah Thomas, he's checked in for Paul. Harden. Bobbed up there for Drummond. And here's Harden. Davis, the pass to Irving. Outside, Antetokounmpo. Back to Irving. And a great assist by Antetokounmpo as that one goes in. 14 points for Kyrie Irving. The Cavaliers trail by 12. Outside Thomas. Jokic a screen. And Thomas, here we go. Over onto Antetokounmpo. Thomas's shot is off.
And this is a guy that can get you stops. Aggressive on the defensive end.
Also doing a good job of tracking the ball, contesting the mid-range jumper as well.
Poked away, stolen by Thompson. Antetokounmpo against LeBron. Outside Thomas. Back to James. In the corner, it's Aldridge. Just 5 to shoot. Good on the shot, and that shaves the lead to single digits.
Don't dare Aldridge to shoot from out there. He'll make you look ugly.
Drummond with a screen on Thomas.
Well, you talk about scores in the NBA, Kyrie Irving is right up there. With his ball handling and shot-making ability, he can dazzle you.
And he makes the first. And Kyrie's creativity, hitting jumpers off the dribble, finishing around the rim. What a great handle. It makes him special to watch.
I totally agree. His dribbling ability and finishing around the rim with either left or right, he is so skilled. He makes highlights every time he touches the ball. I call him the bus driver.
Oh, I like that, the bus driver. I like that, Smitty. Good one. And good on the second, so he makes them both. Well, Steve, you were such a great shooter over the course of your terrific career. Is that something that just came naturally to you? Was it learning the right technique early on, or was it just repetition?
You know, Kevin, started off in high school. I was a big George Gervin fan, so I had my elbows out trying to shoot like him. Got to Michigan State, and Judd Heathcote had his little ruler making my elbow get in. And he had this thing called ready shoot. I did that over and over and over. So I would say, naturally, I was pretty good, but it was repetition and a guy like Judd Heathcote making me a good shooter into a better shooter. And then plus, I played with Tim Duncan and David Robinson one year. You're talking about wide open looks. I led the league in three-point shooting because of those guys.
Celtics leading by 9. Right side, a screen on Thomas. Right side, a screen. Beal drives in. The pass to Griffin. Lillard from outside. Again, the miss by the Celtics. Cleveland's gone 2 of 4 from beyond the arc to start the game. And Thompson kicks to Millsap. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
James against Wiggins. Griffin kicks to Whiteside. Fires from 14, and he go. And the Celtics lead by 9.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
Cleveland moving the ball around. This is to Millsap. It's a pick by Love. Thomas kicks to Thompson. From deep. Rebound Boston.
And even with his range, that one might be asking a little too much.
Well, the truth is, he probably makes this shot a little more often than he should, so it's hard to resist.
Now Thomas, after the miss, 3 from Damian Lillard. Thomas against Lillard, and 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. It's on Damian Lillard.
And for Isaiah Thomas, he shouldn't have too much of an issue fitting in with the Cavs. I mean, he played AAU with Kevin Love. He can distribute and score. Same role as Irving had when he was with the Cavs.
And the first one drops.
And really what it comes down to is great players finding ways to make it work. IT has been getting it done for quite some time. Knows he moved into an incredible opportunity with the Cavs.
And both free throws good for Thomas.
You know, so many people were surprised at the Kyrie Irving trade, but throughout the decades, Boston's been unafraid to pull the trigger. I mean, they moved up to number 2 to draft the great Bill Russell, moving back to number 3 to draft McHale, add Parrish, assembling the big 3 for a championship, then dismantling that big 3 for all those unprotected picks. This is an organization that stops at nothing to try and win titles.
They get a hand on it, and stolen by Lillard. Here's Beal. They get it back. Right side. Good work defensively by Millsap.
I like the aggressive move on the layup attempt, but the defender, he just stayed right with him.
Thompson misses.
And, you know, thinking about Kyrie's legacy here in Boston, this is a town that cares only about championships. That's how his contribution is going to be measured. And only time will tell if he can walk in the shoes of the greatest players to ever put on a Celtics uniform.
Here's James following the score by Damian Lillard. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
That just speaks to the strength of Thompson's game. Always a threat to get contact off the shot.
This is his first trip to the line tonight. But when I look back at the career of Klay Thompson, you can't help but notice how much he's improved. Every season, Steve, he comes back with a new tool to score on offense and always has been strong, but even getting better on defense.
You know, you love the greats. They can score at all 3 levels. He had the mid-range and obviously the 3-ball, but he is scoring now in the paint off the drive because of his improved ball handling, and he posts up extremely well for a guard. I love what he's brought to his game offensively.
Here's Thomas after the made shot from Bradley Beal. It's a pick by Love. Lillard against Thomas. Millsap kicks to LeBron. 5 on the clock. The jump shot from the baseline is right on target. James has got 6.
You know, you got to play LeBron for the drive. Those mid-range shots, you almost have to live with it.
Lillard dishes to Whiteside. Kicks it out to Wiggins. There's Beal with the 3. Millsap grabs the miss. The Cavaliers trail by 8. 26 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. Now Beal. There's a screen. Picked by Griffin. The shot by Lillard, wide open. A 3-pointer is right on target. Lillard's got his second basket of the game. And so it's Boston. Their lead at 11 points to end the quarter. They're shooting the ball so well in this one. A great performance from the field. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. And of course, as we've always seen with LeBron James, it's not just about the numbers, but his tremendous leadership.
I put all the pressure on me to be better and come through for my teammates.
Well, that there is straight talk from a man who does not pretend. LeBron James with a textbook example of how to take responsibility and lead.
And Kevin, that's why he is the king. He doesn't say, hey, I'm just one of the 5 guys. No, he knows who he is and what he has to do. Bottom line, he's the man. Climb on my shoulders, and I'm going to take you to the promised land.
And welcome back. It's been all one-sided so far through the first quarter as our second quarter gets underway. And guys, we've seen the Celtics really take control here.
And boy, I tell you, it didn't take them long to find their rhythm. Strong offense through 1.
Yeah, their scoring's been on point. They've got the early lead. Always feels good when that happens.
Damian Lillard out there with Bradley Beal. Then it's Otto Porter Jr. Then there's Whiteside, and it's Griffin in at the 4. That's the 5 to begin the second quarter for the Celtics. Now Griffin, after LeBron's 3-pointer that didn't go. Can't get it to fall, and he's missed the second after making his first. On the wing, Thompson. That one falls, coming off of Thomas's feet.
Sometimes before Thompson even catches the pass, he knows he's firing.
Right side a screen, and Lillard kicks to Beal. Here's the 3. And out of bounds. The Cavaliers will take it. Al Horford is checked in for the Celtics. And Cleveland also making a change. Chris Paul, he's checked in for Klay Thompson. The Cavaliers trail by 11. Second quarter of action, about a minute and a half played. And good that time.
The defense has to stay on Chris Paul. He has a quick trigger on the catch and shoot.
Beal against Thomas. And Whiteside with the basket on the assist from Beal. Whiteside's got his second bucket tonight.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
There's the screen. Paul passes to Jordan. He feeds it to Thomas. Offline with his three. Celtics leading by 11. Outside, Porter. He dishes it to Beal. Whiteside a screen, and Beal kicks to Lillard. In the corner, Horford with it. Here's Whiteside. It's not going to go for him. Jordan with some nice D. The Cavaliers trail by 11. Lobs it up for Jordan, and the dunk by Jordan.
And DeAndre is one of the best in the business in that situation. You let him sneak in behind you, and you're going to pay.
It was beautiful the first time, but Under Armour showing us the replay of that tremendous alley-oop again. Another unleash chaos moment. Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sideline.
Kevin, Celtics coach Brad Stevens is known for getting the best out of his players. He said every NBA player has an elite strength. Some of them have 10 of them. Those guys are the very best in the league, right? But every one of them is here for a reason. And there are times where you can really soar with that skill. Kevin?
And that's why Stevens is already one of the best coaches in the league, David. You've talked about him for a long time, getting maximum results from every one of his players.
And they continue to control the glass.
And a wide open look for Porter. Busted. No good that time either.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
James left side. Pass to Thomas. He's off on that one. And the Celtics going the other way now. Led by as many as 14 points. Here's Whiteside on the jam by Whiteside.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam. Timeout called, Cleveland. Well, with Whiteside, no matter what he is doing, he is always setting the tone. The way he goes about defending the rim, it's like he's taking it personally that these guys are not going to score on him.
And you know what? He's a tone setter defensively. He gives his group confidence when he's on the floor. And, you know, teams are starting to realize you simply do not go at Whiteside. The block numbers might be down, but his defensive impact is as high as ever.
Now here's Paul. 4 on the clock. Over Irving. Not enough on that one as it misses.
His lack of consistency with his shot tonight has held him back.
Harden against Thomas. Unloads from 13. 2 points. That one goes. And the Celtics lead by 13.
And I love seeing Harden get room to shoot from that mid-range position, an effective scorer in that area.
James kicks to Thomas. Once again off the mark by Cleveland.
And he just hasn't been able to make anything this quarter.
Inside, Harden, and a great assist by Antetokounmpo as that one goes in. Harden's got 4 points in the quarter.
And the point differential tells the story. Their two-way play has been outstanding.
You know, it's a matter of effort plus talent. You need both to dominate this way.
Now here is Aldridge. He kicks it to LeBron. Knocks down the 10-footer. James has got 8 points.
A threat from every spot on the floor. LeBron still probably the toughest cover in the league.
Davis sets a screen. The three from Harden, and the three ball is good.
Yeah, you see the killer instinct. He's going for the death blow.
True story. They've got a monster lead that's taking a life of its own.
Now, here's Aldridge. Paul outside. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. That one on Davis.
CP3 stop and go. Drew the foul on that play.
Well, Steve, when you think about leaders and players who mean as much for the mental game of their team as their coach, You know, Chris Paul right at the top of that list. He has always been a vocal floor general his whole career.
You're totally right. Paul is very aware of everything that is going on in a game. Can get in a teammate's face if they have a mental lapse. Not always an easy pill to swallow, but all players respect Chris Paul's leadership.
Andre Drummond's checked in for Al Horford. Steve, as a player, do analytics give you a path to say, you know, I should change and lean more toward this, or I should stop doing that because I'm better at this? Does that ever enter a player's mind, you think?
Hey, Kevin, I think guys should look at these numbers. When you're saying from this spot you're shooting 20%, stop shooting from that spot. If from this shot you're shooting 80%, you might want to get to that spot. So I think that in those cases, yes, analytics work. And when you're shooting a 3 and you're shooting about 30%, you need to step in.
And LeBron James has openly stated very publicly, especially last year in the finals, he is chasing Michael Jordan. He wants to be the best ever.
And at this point, he might be top 2. Jordan with 6 titles. Hard to see LeBron surpassing that. But just to be in the conversation with the GOAT is an achievement in and of itself.
And he makes the first. And Steve, so many star players get credit for their offensive game. LeBron James is just as much a factor on the other end of the floor at the defensive end.
Yeah, on that end, he's incredibly versatile. He can guard 1 through 5. He said that his chase down block of Iguodala in the 2016 finals was the defining play of his career. Obviously, he takes tremendous pride in his defensive game.
Now, here is Irving. He's got 16, takes the 13-footer. Good defense by Jokic.
And that can't happen. Missing the wide open chip shot.
Cleveland moving it around. Paul kicks to Jokic. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. And a huge payroll for the Cleveland Cavaliers. Steve, there's been tension at times with LeBron demanding more help to keep his team in title contention.
Yeah, the dollar signs, the luxury tax payments, and the tens of millions. Ownership made that commitment when they asked LeBron to come back. Money is no object when it comes to winning rings.
And the first one drops.
They've hit every one of their free throws here in the second quarter. Very important when you're trailing.
Cavaliers making a switch here. Millsap's checked in. Harden's shot is off.
And that's the look this offense is designed to produce.
Always frustrating when you do everything right, yet just can't complete the play.
Now, here's Jokic. He has 6. Here's Thomas. Basket is good, and he'll get a chance for one more at the free throw line.
Crafty move. He recognizes the size disadvantage, and the mid-range is close enough.
Right. No reason to take it all the way to the rack. Instead, take what the defense allows.
On the night, he's gone 2 for 2 at the stripe.
And over the course of last year, he was up over 90%. And with a stroke like that, you see why.
That free throw good from Isaiah Thomas. And the Cleveland Cavaliers unable to defend their 2016 title, Steve, but hungry to return to the NBA Finals once again.
You know, the pressure, Kevin, to capitalize on their window. LeBron James turning 33 this season. An aging supporting cast. It won't get any easier.
Now here's Paul. Back to Thomas. Millsap a screen on Harden. Outside Millsap. Count it, and the Celtic lead has been cut down now to just 8 on the basket from Paul.
You know, he had a hot start to this game. He's only gotten hotter. We'll see if the defense makes an adjustment.
And Drummond kicks to Antetokounmpo. Drummond a screen. Irving against Paul. From the wing. No good off the front iron. Cleveland with the ball. They've gone on a 10-2 run, not allowing much. Millsap dishes to Paul. Thomas sets a screen for Paul. Millsap a screen. Over Irving. That's in, and the Celtic lead is cut down to just 6 points with the basket from Chris Paul. Boston shooting has been just great so far, up at 56%. It's Harden with the drive over Thomas. Harden gets the bucket. Harden's got 9 points now in the quarter.
And the game of basketball is one of runs, and right now this one's definitely not over.
Aldridge a screen. Here's Thomas. Hangs in midair and converts on the double clutch layup. Thomas got 7 points.
That's like a horse shot. A very brave shot to go with, but he got it to go.
Drummond with a screen on Paul. And the call up against Jokic. That's foul number 2 for him.
And really, these are some of the toughest calls an official has to make.
Klay Thompson, he's checked in for the Cavaliers. Davis sets a screen. The 3 from Harden. And a great assist by Antetokounmpo as that one goes in. Antetokounmpo's got assist number 5 here tonight. The screen from Thompson. Paul kicks to Thompson. And the rejection by Antetokounmpo. Irving passes to Harden. Drummond a screen. Antetokounmpo dishes to Harden. To the paint. Here's Drummond. That's in. He's got 2 made now, and he's shooting 2 for 3.
You know, adding a few wrinkles, Drummond's interior game is evolving, becoming harder to defend.
Paul kicks to Thompson. Somehow ignores the tight D and gets the layup. Thompson's got 5 points now this quarter.
Superb body control by Thompson. Even when he gets hit a little, he doesn't lose his concentration.
Millsap's against Antetokounmpo. Fouled in the act of shooting. A 3-point play chance coming up.
He turned on the Jets. As soon as he got that screen, and went right to the hole. Great decision making there.
And we watch Giannis out there. He just looked unstoppable, Greg, at times. The way he's able to attack the rim, the blend of size, speed, and length is just unparalleled in the NBA.
And it's the movement that throws you off with Giannis. One step, and he's gone from the 3 line to the rim. There isn't any way to stop someone that skilled who's that big.
Now here's Paul. He's got 10. Great D that time from Irving.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
Harden gets the bucket.
And with Harden, it's pick your poison. Not only a tenacious penetrator, but also a consistent threat from 3-point.
Jokic a screen. Love kicks to Paul. That's in there. Love with the assist. And that's 12 points for Chris Paul.
Great quarter for him at the offensive end, trying to will his team back in the game.
In the corner, it's Griffin. And so it looks like the Celtics will retain possession here.
Poor timing on that play causes the turnover.
And some changes here for the Celtics. Whiteside's checked in for Drummond. Bradley Beal comes in for James Harden. And Lillard subbed in for Irving. Picked by Griffin. And Beal kicks to Antetokounmpo. It doesn't go for him. Good work defensively by Millsap. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. And Thompson kicks to Millsap. Basket good.
Paul Millsap is a workhorse inside.
Celtics leading by 11. Lillard with it. He's got 5. In the corner, it's Griffin. Nailed from 3-point land. Griffin's got his second basket of the night. Thompson for the triple. He's off on that one. And so it's the Boston Celtics sitting with a comfortable lead up by 14. Their strategy has been clear tonight. Work the ball inside, get shots in the paint, and now they are scoring with ease. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline.
Thanks, guys. Andrew, what do you like about the way that...
All right, thank you, David. And folks, don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of quarter number 3.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
And what a show being put on here for the home fans tonight. I'm Ernie Johnson, along with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Kyrie Irving was red hot to start the first. He had 16 points, 3 assists, and 1 rebound. Kenny, what's your take on Boston so far?
Their ability to get into the paint and get to the rim has been deadly, constantly attacking the basket. It was clearly their intention right from the start to pound it inside as much as possible. And I don't see them straying from that strategy in the second half. It's going to be another paint-based attack.
Shaq, how do you think Cleveland played?
Well, there are a few areas they need to improve on, but perimeter defense is priority numero uno. They got to be quicker to close out on the three-point shooters, and you got to prevent the open looks. They weren't fighting through screens. They're just not doing enough, Ernie, especially outside.
That about...
And as we return, get a look at the Boston skyline. Those drone cameras are really something. And as we begin the second half, first half wasn't even close, guys, and we'll see if there is a comeback on our hands or more of the same as we get the third quarter started. You look at Kyrie Irving in this game, he has been everywhere.
Yeah, you know, you don't think of him as a big-time playmaker, but over the...
Celtics leading by 14. Third quarter action getting rolling right now. Brought to you by Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. Here's who's on the floor. On the court for Cleveland, they've got LeBron James. Chris Paul is out there with Thompson. Then there's LaMarcus Aldridge. And it's Jokic in at the 5. Jokic a screen. Outside Aldridge. Pass to James. Shot clock at 6. Baseline jumper. That one a little long.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A +10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
Davis gets a wide open look. And a great assist by Antetokounmpo as that one goes in. Antetokounmpo's got his 7th assist in the game. Kicks to LeBron. Back to Paul. On the wing, James. Again, James missing. James has gone 40% from the floor in 10 attempts. Harden kicks to Antetokounmpo. And they double up Antetokounmpo. And Davis puts it in.
If there's a list of the best inside scorers in the NBA, Davis has got to be right at the top. When he gets his hands on the ball down low, you might as well just count it.
It's stolen by Antetokounmpo. Down low. And the rejection by James.
When he blocks shots, they are usually on the highlight reel. LeBron James with another one.
Now the feed to Aldridge. Looking to end the run. At the 10.
They can't buy one right now. 0 for 4 already to start the third.
Harden has a wide open look. Here's Antetokounmpo. And a rebound goes to the Cavaliers. Jokic has got his 3rd rebound on the night. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
你想学气功吗？今天让你有眼福，有时候神秘的力量、大自然的力量，对，它就是这么神奇，带你一起进入未知的神秘世界。准备好了吗？气功的领域。准备好进入气功的世界了。我会用气功，隔屏打100块套。这边有一张100块，这边有个水瓶，我把100块放在这边，所以完全是被挡住的状况下。 马步先扎好，丹田用力，眼睛不要眨眼，就在这个位置。你相信吗
Yeah, this league is moving away from
好，那我不用表演了，谢谢。
isolation plays.
气功就是这么神奇，你要内心心无杂念，一瞬间。
The problem is it allows weak side defenders a chance to get set.
A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter.
用，就在这个位置，有人也准备好了，我怕你会吓一跳。
Everybody does. Smitty, who do you think are some of the best slashers right now in the NBA?
I think DeMar DeRozan does a great job of playing without the basketball. You see LeBron James has it in his hands, but when Kyrie has it, you see he slashes. Antetokounmpo, Andrew Wiggins, those are some of the guys that are the best in the business without the basketball.
Fun to watch in this.
Yes, it is.
找来的都慈眉善目，你找来的都凶的。
不过这很好笑，他们无奈很好笑啊，
哪里好笑？到时候又有网友留言说找来的人很不爽，还硬表演，网友就会说我们耍他。
Free throw good.
欢迎你们来到气功的世界，气功的领域千变万化。等一下，希望你们张大双眼看清楚。看100块放在这边，有一杯水隔着它，那个水很厚，这边有一张百钞，水隔着它，心无挂念，想着妈妈。我还在用力，我还在发功。不要紧张，还没用好力。水疼，拖水，很短，水
And
疼。
both free throws, good for James.
师傅你还好吗？你是不是一天只能表演2次？
不要
Celtics
紧
on
张，
offense.
是给你们一
They're on a
点
10-2
期待
run
感。
here. Davis sets a screen. Antetokounmpo passes to Davis. To the inside. Here's Irving. It's in there. Davis with the assist.
看来庄师傅要出马了，你先休息一下。气功界的师傅就是我，
我手有点酸。
气功的绝学跟奥妙就在这边，一整个瞬间。
Outside over.
气功界的奥妙就是这样。
James in the post.
你们看到这边100
defending.
块，水
The
挡住
shot's
它，
good.
很厚的水挡住了它。我一定要透过这瓶水100块，它会被我的气功击落。
Oh my god！ 真的假的？真的假的？
看好
And
了
it's，Antetokounmpo
眼睛
penetrated.
不要眨，
A
看好了。
stupendous finish and try. Antetokounmpo got his third basket of the night right there. Paul against Irving. Paul dishes to James.
前锋，不然你来挑战一次，
Good
你可能
basket
该
number
相
6
信
from
我，
him
真
in
的
the
有气
contest.
功。
He's shooting
来
6 for
给你
12.
挑战一次。
We've seen it before. LeBron gets into this kind of rhythm, and there's no slowing him down.
Drummond with a screen on Aldridge. From deep Harden. And again, Boston with the triple.
The defense is far too slow to close out on those three-point attempts.
所以他有加入气功界的那个潜能。
There's the pick. LeBron
可以，
kicks
欢
to
迎 Kenny，
Jokic.
欢迎 Kenny。
Feeds the ball. 6 to
没有，我
shoot.
们不要拜师仪式，我们来做结尾仪式。
Lets it go from 14. Andre
加入
Drummond
气
grabs
功
the
的世
miss.
界。
Drummond's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. Harden. Jokic grabs the miss. Jokic has got 4 rebounds in this game.
就可以拿。
LeBron kicks to Thompson. Good, and the assist goes to LeBron. LeBron's got 6 assists here tonight.
Keeping his head on a swivel, LeBron locates the open man.
就可以拿。放马过来，那个田妈妈。
Drummond a screen. The 3 from Harden. Another miss by Harden.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Right side Aldridge to the middle. Here's Jokic. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
He's gone 3 for 4 from the line.
At about an 82% clip a season ago, so I'm sure he'll take those numbers.
Two shots.
No good on that one. The Celtics making a switch here. Horford's checked in. Cleveland also making some changes. DeAndre Jordan comes in for LaMarcus Aldridge. And Thomas subbed in for Paul. Good on the second free throw. And Boston has possession. Earlier in the game, they held a 25-point lead. Lays it in off the pretty alley-oop.
Just a pro read by Kyrie Irving. Unselfish basketball. basketball.
James against Antetokounmpo, and they double him up with LeBron. Thomas gets a wide open look. Yes, and it's LeBron picking up the assist. James has got his 7th assist of the game with that last one. Here's Irving, 21 points in the game. Unloads from 13. The Cavaliers pull it in. Jordan's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. Thomas passes to Thompson. And here's Jokic, guarded by Harden. Jokic kicks to Thompson. Jokic a screen. And the basket by Thomas.
We all know how lethal of a shooter Thompson is, but his passing is usually right on the money as well.
And Cavs head coach Tyronn Lue, even as a player known for his attention, Steve, to detail.
You know, he's had skills, but I think that's how he's made it, because he is one of those guys that's particular about the detail. He has a mind for the game and a passion for it. It continues to separate him now as a coach.
LeBron outside, back to Jordan. Over Drummond. And that one hits back iron.
And that's a surprise. He's usually deadly for mid-range.
It's Antetokounmpo on the wing. Here's the screen.
All I tell you all about it when I see
Irving against Thomas. 6 on the shot clock. And a foul on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
And myself, I get scared when you know. You're with somebody else, so I guess that is all.
Very mobile,
and I just keep blinding myself. Whoa, I can't believe it. 我们哭了，我们笑着，我们抬头望天空，星星还亮着几颗，我们唱着时间的歌。 是为了什么？因为我刚好遇见你，留下足迹才美丽。风吹花落泪如雨，因为不想分离。因为刚好遇见你，留下10年的期许。如果再相遇，我想我会记得你。 I miss you.
LeBron against Beal. Thompson outside. Yes, it's James picking up the assist. 12 points for Klay Thompson.
Yeah, those are starting to add up, guys. Their last 5 baskets, 3 have been triple.
Know you want a couple, hanging with a brother, wishing that I was a bottle, so I could be close to your lips again. And I know you're not supposed to talk.
Offensive rebound.
And myself, I get scared when we're not. I'm scared with somebody else.
outside leads to a missed opportunity there.
You know, he had terrific position, does a good job of affecting the shot without fouling.
And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Whiteside. Warriors checked in for Irving. And Cleveland with a change here, too. Millsap's checked in. Now here's Thomas. 12 points for him. Millsap a screen. Thomas passes to Love. Jordan sets the pick for Love. 5 on the clock. Passes it to Jordan. Lays it up, and despite of the excellent defense at that, Jordan's got his second basket of the night. Celtics leading by 16. And Lillard kicks to Beal. Three-pointer. That doesn't go either for Beal.
You know, on a pretty good night for these guys overall, his shooting has been the biggest weakness.
Thomas kicks to Thompson. The shot will not fall. Great D that time from Beal. The 11-footer, and he hits the jumper for 2. Porter's got his first basket of the night.
Guys, that's just really unstoppable. He poses a ton of matchup problems for whomever he's facing.
Thomas against Lillard. Thomas kicks to Jordan. From 13, that's in there. Thomas with the assist. Thomas got 3 assists in the game.
You like how he uses his height there.
Sure, working the in-between area. Not many guys with the length to bother him.
And Beal kicks to Whiteside. The dish to Lillard. A second chance effort, and Whiteside finishes it off. Whiteside's got 10 points in the game.
And not quite as aggressive from outside as they were in the first half. Sticking to the high percentage shots, playing smart with the lead.
You know, Paul Millsap was shopped around by the Atlanta Hawks last season. A lot of speculation about where he would end up this summer, but you knew he would get paid.
And Millsap dealing with some knee tightness down the stretch last season.
Combined with his age, that might hurt his market just a bit. Still, for a player of his caliber, you knew there'd be a team willing to open the floodgates.
Two shots.
And he knocks down the first one.
And Paul Millsap, a very versatile player, can shoot from anywhere, defend multiple positions. This guy just does it all.
Griffin's checked in for the Celtics. Giannis Antetokounmpo comes in for Porter. Paul's checked in for Cleveland. Both free throws good for Millsap. Steve, you talk about a gym rat. Paul Millsap adds another wrinkle to his game every single year.
You know, Paul is a great example to follow. Never the biggest or the most athletic. Millsap's work ethic is what's made him an all-star.
Here's Griffin, and a great assist by Antetokounmpo as that one goes in. 9 points for Blake Griffin.
No hesitation from Blake on that catch-and-shoot jumper.
Paul dishes to Thomas. It's a pick by Love. Back to Paul. Outside Thomas. Takes the 3. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Thomas got 8 points in the quarter.
Their three-point percentage has taken a big leap here in this second half.
There's the pick. Here's Griffin. Again, Griffin missing. Paul with the 3. He got it up in time, but it wouldn't fall for him. What a performance for Kyrie Irving. He has been the story for the Boston Celtics. He comes away with 11 points in the quarter and is showing no signs of fatigue. We've got more NBA basketball coming your way in just a minute. Now let's listen into the huddle of Brad Stevens.
Hey, we're doing so many good things on offense. Keep moving it. Keep looking for it. We just have to chat.
And we welcome you back as we get going here in the fourth quarter. The final quarter of play can change everything. Antetokounmpo is out there with Griffin. Then there's Bradley Beal. Then it's Damian Lillard. And it's Whiteside in at the center position. That's the Boston Five.
And this is like another case of Murphy's Law right now. And it's been their own doing, really, just like we saw there.
Here's Beal. Outside Griffin. At the elbow, it's Whiteside. Picked by Griffin. Lillard from outside. Can't hit that one. And it's the Cavaliers taking it the other way.
Not his best game, but they're still getting it done collectively.
Outside for Thomas. And it's blocked by Whiteside. And pushing it up, here's Boston, 11 feet away, and Griffin with the score. The assist from Beal. Griffin's got the first basket as we get going in the fourth for the Celtics. Beal against Thomas. Aldridge a screen. Thomas goes in, and Whiteside sends it back to the paint. And he got the whistle, so he'll have a three-point play opportunity.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint. And, you know, normally when you look at a guy like Whiteside with the field goal percentage and all, you think it's all about dunks. But I tell you what, he's improved his entire repertoire of scoring options near the rim. And now he's even showing that he can step out and knock down that little face-up 15-footer.
Boston making a switch here. Davis is checked in. And that one misses. Whiteside earlier in his career didn't have as many options to score, but Greg, he's been very conscious of keeping that improvement of his game, and especially on the offensive end.
And Whiteside has been self-motivated since he's come back to the NBA. He's got the great length. He gets the hooks. He's got that baby hook up over the defenders, the soft shooting touch, and he just continues to improve offensively, all the while still being a force on the defensive side of the floor.
It's Antetokounmpo on the wing. Davis sets a screen. Outside, Antetokounmpo. No good on the shot. Millsap with it. Picked up by Davis. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot two. That one on Davis.
And I like how Millsap got in and forced the issue in the paint.
Paul Millsap, 2 shots.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
That free throw missing, and some changes here for the Celtics. Andre Drummond comes in for Hassan Whiteside, and it's James Harden in for Beal. Jokic has checked in for Cleveland. He's off on the second.
And one thing you notice with Giannis is just how much better this team is with him on the floor. What he brings on offense and defense is as huge as any player in our league.
Thomas kicks to Jokic. Back to Thomas. And there's the call on Andre Drummond. That's his 5th foul.
And you've got to be more careful in that situation. That's his 5th foul, and now he's walking a fine line.
Fourth quarter of play, and we're about 2.5 minutes through it right now. Thomas kicks to Paul. Clock at 6. High arcing shot, and that's 2 points on the layup.
You can't guard Chris Paul on these floaters. He knows when to go with it.
Davis sets a screen. Outside, Antetokounmpo. Davis with a screen on Millsap. And it's Antetokounmpo penetrating. Here's Drummond. And yep, that's going to be a flagrant foul. Unnecessary contact.
And Kevin, I got to tell you, he's probably fortunate to just get a flagrant one there. I mean, so much contact. The officials easily could have gone even harder on him.
Greg, I agree. He'd better be on his best behavior from now on. One more flagrant of any variety, and he's out of here. He's off on the first.
Do you see the frame on Andre Drummond? Easy for me to see why he can shed off so many defenders inside. He's incredibly strong, hard to stop when he gets near the rim.
He hits the second from the line.
He entered the league with high expectation. Drummond made a lot of mistakes early, as one would expect. Now starting to come into his own.
And the Cavaliers making a change here. James is checked in. We're in the final quarter of play here, 3 minutes in, and Lillard kicks to Harden. This one for 3. Good on the three-point shot. Harden's got 22 points. And the strength of Andre Drummond, you talked about it, Steve. It's not just upper body, but lower body as well. He can open up a lot of space if he gets the ball down low.
You know, once he gets it in the paint, there's nothing you can do. His footwork off the block is coming along well. It's a process for him to refine his moves. A good screen made all the difference. It led to an open look.
Celtics leading by 20. Harden outside. Here's Davis. Good. It's Harden with the assist that time. Harden's got his 3rd assist on the night.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Jokic with a screen on Drummond. The pass to James. Here's Jokic. The shot from the low post is good.
And James is an all-around talent, a fantastic passer who actively looks to get his guys going.
It's Harden with the drive. Misses from close range.
Allowing no space for the shooter to get comfortable. Just terrific defense.
What I love is he takes the right angle, affects the shot without fouling.
And Aldridge gets it to go on the assist by James.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Boy, he blew an easy layup, and he is furious with himself.
Jokic a screen. Thomas passes to Aldridge, and he makes good on the layup.
I don't know what's happening defensively, but they're not putting up any resistance.
Harden against Thomas. And fouled on the shot, so the bucket counts, and a chance for one more here.
Yeah, they're having a tough time containing Harden here tonight. No surprise there.
Irving's checked in for the Celtics. A switch here also for Cleveland. Klay Thompson, he's checked in for Isaiah Thomas. That free throw good from Harden. The Cavaliers trail by 19. James outside. Thompson in the corner. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Boston's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the 4th quarter. Antetokounmpo kicks to Harden. soft on the front of the rim and drops. Harden's got 11 in the second half.
And Harden's such a creative scorer, especially when he gets in close to the basket.
Paul kicks to Thompson. They set the pick. LeBron against Davis. Tries from 10. And LeBron with the nice bucket inside. LeBron's got 4 points this quarter.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
Outside Irving. Irving double team. Here's Antetokounmpo. Good, and the assist goes to Irving. Irving's got 5 assists in the game.
Yeah, I mean, the ball handling and
Irving
body
double
control
team.
for a guy that's Giannis's height.
Here's Antetokounmpo.
It's really
good,
impressive.
and the assist goes to Irving. LeBron passes to Irving's got 5 assists in the game.
Yeah, I mean, the ball handling and
Irving
body
double
control
team.
for a guy that's Giannis's height.
Good, and the assist goes to Irving. LeBron passes to Irving. The three, and the Celtics hit again from deep.
I mean, the ball handling and control
Irving double team.
giving them a tremendous advantage right there.
Good, and the assist goes to Irving. LeBron passes to Irving. The three, and the Celtics hit again from deep. The ball kicks to Thompson. Double team.
Giving them a tremendous advantage right there.
That's good from Antetokounmpo.
Yeah, getting to the line more and more. Proof that Giannis is consistently being aggressive. They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
The screen from Thompson. LeBron kicks to Thompson. Yes, it's James picking up the assist. And that's now 18 points for Klay Thompson. Boston's gotten off 4 3-pointers in the final quarter, and 2 of them have fallen. Here's Horford, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
At the line for the Celtics, Al Horford will be at the line shooting 2.
No good on the free throw. Drummond's checked in for Boston. Irving comes in for Andrew Wiggins. Then for the Cavaliers, Jokic has checked in for DeAndre Jordan. And Aldridge is subbed in for Paul Millsap. Good on the second free throw. Cavaliers have gone 7 of 13 from the field here in the fourth. Jokic a screen. Paul kicks to Thompson. Another 3 for Cleveland.
He's been a different guy here in the second half. His shooting percentage far better than it was before the break. Irving
against Aldridge. Now, here is Irving. He's guarded closely. It's good.
He is so good around the rim. Kyrie with an array of finishes in there.
Paul kicks to James, and they double up James. Some nice passing by Cleveland here. Aldridge against Horford. Clock at 6. From about 19 feet, here's Jokic. And there's the bucket. Staying with it on the offensive glass, getting it done. Jokic has got 4 this quarter. Celtics leading by 22. Antetokounmpo dishes to Harden. Good defense by Jokic.
Well, this is what happens when you're a threat down low. You attract a lot of defensive attention.
And there's the call on Kyrie Irving. That is his first foul of the game.
And you can see he just didn't get squared up with his feet.
Boston making a switch here. Davis is checked in. Timeout called. Cleveland. One of the stories here, James Harden getting it done today.
Yeah, they're going to have to find a way to run him off his spots out there. He is rolling.
And now let's present our Jordan Player of the Game, James Harden.
And guys, he's been about as close to perfection as you can be. The intensity he's played with has been amazing. Just no let up. And as fired up as he's been, he's never let his emotions get out of control.
What a connection he has to these fans. They love him here. And the more he has games like this, the deeper that connection gets. And here is Paul. And stolen by Drummond. Now Irving. Davis sets a screen. Floats it up for Davis. And it's slammed in by Davis.
He pulls off the Houdini to make that catch and slam it through.
Stupendous alley-oop. It was beautiful the first time, but Under Armour showing us the replay of that tremendous alley-oop again. Another unleash chaos moment.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish. Harden the pass to Irving. Good work there as it goes. Irving's got 4 points this quarter.
And those are the kinds of plays that are just killing them right now.
Paul with the ball. From the line, Andre Drummond grabs the miss. Drummond's got 11 rebounds in the game. Irving against Paul. Irving kicks to Drummond. The putback, and Drummond is right there. And that's a double-double for him now. 11 points and 13 rebounds.
The league leader in offensive rebounds on multiple occasions. Drummond doing it again.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for the Celtics.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse. They were able to do more or less whatever they wanted.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, Just a monster game for Kyrie Irving.
It was the kind of game for him that all scorers dream of, where the basket seemed as wide as a barrel. Just a really solid display there of rebounding. They've done it really all game.
They pounded the glass every time down the floor, and it's clear that they want to win that rebounding battle.
Drummond sets the screen for Harden. Up off the screen. And there's the nice layup by Drummond.
And just staying aggressive, continuing to extend that lead.
They left nothing to chance. This is how you close out.
Jokic, rebounded by the Celtics.
Yeah, the aggressive D inside leads to a missed opportunity there.
You know, he had terrific position, does a good job of affecting the shot without fouling.
And this is the kind of deficit it would take a miracle to overcome.
I think this hometown crowd agrees with you. They are fired up about it.
And Thompson kicks to Jokic, and it's sent back by Drummond.
The obvious intimidation factor of Andre. That's 280 pounds flying after your shot.
Here's Butler. Looking to end the drought. It's off. And so it's Boston easily grabbing this one. This game may not have been the most exciting we've ever seen, but you have to appreciate just what a clinical performance they put on.
I know their fans appreciated it, and we saw at times just stretches of excellent defense. Potency from an offensive standpoint as well. They were pretty much dominant.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks, Kevin. Kyrie, we're at an early part of the season, but what did you want to accomplish tonight individually and in the team flow?
Just wanted to come out here and compete, get the win. We wanted to set a standard for ourselves. The most important thing was just coming out here and competing for my teammates and, doing whatever possible to get this win.
And you all did that tonight. Thanks, Kyrie. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. For David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and Steve Smith, and the rest of our terrific 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. Have a great evening.